Hi there. This is Chris Watson from KVH Industries coming to you from the virtual Palm Beach International Boat Show. I'm here to answer another one of your questions. This one is about factors that can have an impact on the effectiveness of your communications out on the open water. There are a couple different things that we're going to touch on really quickly. One is making sure that you have a full understanding of your technology and what it can do. Modern communication systems are very, very powerful and very versatile, but they also have a lot of options, and if you're not taking full advantage of them, you could be leaving something on the table that could result in a less than optimal experience. For example, with our award-winning TracPhone V7 HDS system, you actually get two data channels, one high-speed and one free unlimited use data channel. But if you're only set up to use one of them, that means that you're not going to be getting the best possible experience when you're out on the boat. If you're looking at using a cellular system, you have to be aware of how far offshore you are. And not just how far off the shore, but how far are you away from the tower. The cell tower on land could be a couple miles inland, and that's going to cause issues as far as how far you can go and still get a signal. One way to overcome that is put your cellular antenna up as high as you can. Another thing that can have an impact is weather. And not just the weather around your boat, but also the weather around the ground stations that are talking to the satellites. A lot of water in the air can actually disrupt a satellite signal. It's called rain fade. And while our systems are really good at cutting through that, it can still have an effect, even if it's sunny around your area. Now, the nice thing is our Network Operations Center is looking at weather around the globe 24/7. And our network is then able to make adjustments to compensate to try and deliver the optimal experience when you're trying to be connected at sea. But weather can have an impact, and it is something you need to be aware of. Another issue is blockage. Satellite signals can't get through solid objects. So it can't go through steel, or it can't go through a wooden hull or something like that. That means that your antenna needs to have as clear a view of the sky as possible, because things that get in its way between the antenna and the satellite can disrupt the signal, weaken it, or just completely block it outright. This could include buildings and bridges when you're in close to shore, or it could include things like masts or tuna towers when you're out on the open water. A couple ways to address this are A, to think very carefully about where your antenna is being installed to minimize that type of potential blockage on board, and also to make sure that you're using a service that offers what we call a layered network. This means that you're looking at one satellite for service, but there might be one, two, or even three other satellites available at any given time. Our TracPhone systems are able to be programmed with what we call tracking avoidance zones. And this can be generated automatically, and then our tech support can set it up remotely so that the antenna knows that if you're on a particular heading and trying to look at a satellite in a particular direction, that it really is not going to be able to see that because of something that's in the way. A tuna tower, for example. It can then be programmed to look at an alternate satellite to ensure that you have the best possible connectivity. So, these are a couple things to think about, whether you're in close to shore or when you're out looking for that great fish or just enjoying a day in the sun, to make sure that you get the best possible connectivity. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a shout at KVH or visit us here at the virtual show. We're happy to help you out. Thanks, and have a fantastic day and a wonderful time out on the water.